All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Steelers' initial 53-man roster. So if you guys are Steelers fans or you enjoy NFL content in general, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Shout out to the people who have subscribed already. And shout out to the future subscribers, man. Also, let's get a shout out to the members. If you guys would like to support me and the channel more, be sure to hit that join button down in the description below. And we're back with another late night upload, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since I got one of these 12 a.m. videos off. It's just, how things have gone. But today, I was feeling good after work. I was feeling like, hey, man, we can get another one off. As you know, I did release a video earlier today as well. So if you haven't seen that, definitely be sure to check out my channel for that video. And let's talk about this roster, man. As I mentioned, it's just a way too long of intro, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to get right to the shit. So starting it out, quarterbacks, John Reese Plumlee did not make the team. That is very unfortunate. And also, I believe I had like a heart attack for a second, but I believe this is just an alphabetical order, ladies and gentlemen. Like all of this for Kyle Allen to be the QB1, that would be fucking hilarious, right? But yeah, I had a mini heart attack for a second, but yeah, it's just an alphabetical order, so not exactly in this order. Honestly, names not really names popping out. I don't really think there was too many surprises, especially as far as like the starting players, the players that are going to play initially for us. Like, we all knew Naj, Jalen, and Cordero Patterson were going to make the team. It was just a question of like, and also we have another running back to talk about here in a second. But, it wasn't a question of them. It was just more about like, all right, is like the Jonathan Wards, the Dejon Edwards, like, are these guys going to make the team? But no, they did not make the team. As you can see, we're only rolling with 3 and potentially 4. I'm not sure how the signing works. Not to say it's Boston Scott, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe too much on Boston Scott, but that was something I kept alluding to. I don't know if I should have waited on the end of the video for Boston Scott, but we did sign him, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I don't know how that affects this exact 53-man roster, but it is what it is. Anyway, all of the 9 running backs we had, we cut them all. It happens. The real thing, though, the real meat and potatoes, ladies and gentlemen. How many times have we fucking talked about this? We are looking at the wide receivers, man, and we're looking at Calvin Austin, Van Jefferson, Scotty Miller, George Pickens, and Roman Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, I might fuck around and debut this. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Not too much on my guys, man. Not too much on Calvin, on Van, on Scotty, on Roman. And, we don't even have to talk about George Pickens. Not too much on my guys. But we got to stop half-stepping this shit, man. We got to stop it. We got to stop being like, all right, we're trying to win. We're trying to win a Super Bowl right now. We're going to trade our first-round quarterback. We're going to get 2 quarterbacks, and one of them has to be good. We're going to spend all this money on the defense. We're going to do all this with the offensive line. We're going to have 2 running backs. We're going to get another offensive coordinator. We're going to still have Mike Tomlin. We got to stop. We got to stop like faking the we're trying to win now shit and just trying to win now. I've talked about Brandon Ayuk. I'm not even really going to spend too much time on Brandon Ayuk specifically in this. All I will say was with the wide receivers, I am willing to roll into the season with them. I am willing to go to war for all of these wide receivers. I'm willing to say we got the best receiving room, in the league. Just off the strength, big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, big Yinzer, like off the strength, I got us, right? But at the same time, too, I like the NFL. I watch football, other teams than the Steelers. I understand. I'm familiar with the game. You know what I'm saying? And looking at this wide receiver room, it is just hard for me to really be like, yeah, we got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to like really just hype it up when it's in the state that it's in. Now, we haven't seen Roman Wilson play. Calvin Austin should have a pretty good year 3 now. I think it's like his year 2 playing, but year 3 in total. Van Jefferson, he's been solid. Scotty Miller, I'll be honest, I don't know how Scotty Miller made the team. Maybe I'm a casual. Maybe I just missed out in the preseason. If he ate, let me know. But Des Fitzpatrick, I thought he was someone who got cut that, really, or Quez Watkins even, like one of them. I thought they played well. I don't, whether to say they played better than Scotty Miller. To be fair, to be completely frank with you guys, I don't know if that's the truth, but just off the vibes, just off that we have Calvin Austin, just off that we have Roman Wilson, like, you know what I'm saying? Scotty Miller, like, I don't know, not too much on Scotty Miller. He's going to be a big Steeler, so we don't want to go too hard. But it's just that, if I am going to, like, pick someone who was cut to, like, put them back on the team or whatever, if I am going to be objective about this and single out a single wide receiver as I'm talking about the entire room, Scotty Miller is somebody who I'm just like, but maybe I just wanted Aaron Rodgers and the Packers to win that NFC Championship game a few years back. And, Scotty Miller, nobody covered. Maybe I am just still salty about that. And at the same time, why am I rooting for Aaron Rodgers and I'm a Steelers fan? Just the dichotomy of Zaya, my mind is an enigma. You know, it's just I'm feeling that with Scotty Miller. You know, I seen his name and I was like, wait a second. You know, there's an imposter among us. So not too much on Scotty Miller. That's just kind of like a little rant there, I guess. But other than that, the main point of this, before I tore Scotty Miller to shreds. I fuck I fuck with this wide receiver room, but there is definitely a move to be made. And I talked about how we're half stepping it. I talked about how we're like saying all the right things. Yeah, we're trying to win. Yeah, we're trying to do this. Yeah, we're trying to do that. But we won't just, you know what I'm saying? We won't just bite the bullet, man. Like like the Chiefs. I feel like the Chiefs have made moves in silence like a G in lasagna, you know, shout out to Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like their moves haven't been crazy. Their moves haven't been blockbuster. We look at the 49ers, there's somebody who's always in the trade thing. We look at when the Rams won a little bit ago, there's someone who's always in the trade thing. The Bengals, they didn't win the Super Bowl, but they went on a little run. I feel like they're kind of like the Chiefs as well. Maybe it's just an AFC thing, I don't know, but maybe they're like the Chiefs as well, where like they were making moves, but it wasn't like crazy additions. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe we're on that same road, but I don't know, man. If it's not Brandon Ayuk, if there was a wide receiver out there, we definitely should like look into it. You know what I'm saying? Like we have nothing to lose by signing like a Noah Brown, for example. We have nothing to lose by signing like a James Washington back. I mean, I think he might be hurt. Martavis Bryant even. Like all of these, like we're sitting here with Scotty Miller on the team, but turning our nose at Martavis Bryant, really? Like, you know what I mean? And in 2024, I get it. But we, you know, like literally anybody. Any wide receiver in the NFL who is available and maybe can play, not too much on Scotty Miller, man. But if we're being honest, if Scotty is on, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody. So we will have to see what the Steelers are going to do about that. I still want Brandon Ayuk, but I will take, you know, whatever I am fed. You know, I'm a Steelers fan. It is what it is. And on top of that too, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Our wide receiver room is great. I love our wide receiver room. They're the best. You know what I'm saying? Like at the same time too, because I am such a Steelers fan and I love all my players, including Scotty Miller. Next up though, we spent a lot of time on that. Next up though, tight ends, it is what it is. Mecole Pruitt made the team, which is pretty interesting. And then Darnell Washington, Connor Hayward, of course. He makes the team. The offensive line is pretty much everybody, you know, you assume would make it. Spencer Anderson, year 2. We'll have to see if he like ends up playing some more. He can play like every position on the offensive line, which is pretty sick. Moving on to the defense, something of note. We got Beanie Bishop, Deshaun Elliott, Jalen Elliott, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Dante Jackson, Damontae Kazee, Miles Killebrew, Joey Porter Jr., Darius Rush, and Corey Trice Jr. I went to the DBs because, like, you know, that is the glaring position, as some people would say. That is like the position of like we need the most help. And we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. Corey Trice, I thought, played pretty well in the preseason. Darius Rush played pretty well, I feel like, last year when he came in. Beanie Bishop, another guy who played well, I think, in the preseason. Deshaun Elliott, who was a signing that we made, I believe he played pretty well. But he's been all right, like, before, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's been all right before. So we'll just have to see him and Minkah, and like we'll have to see the actual starting safeties out there. But I mean, I think he's played well. Dante Jackson, I forget if I mentioned him, but I feel like at one point he was playing good and then like maybe got hurt. I'm not sure. Of course, you know, we traded Deontay Johnson for the guy, and I'm still kind of salty about that. But you know what I'm saying? Like I think he's played well in at times. So we'll have to just see. And Big Joey Porter Jr., man, like Joey Porter Jr. and George Pickens, bro, like. Yeah, I hope you guys were lifting this offseason because you guys, Minkah Fitzpatrick is back there too in the secondary. So I should not Joey Porter Jr. is not carrying as much as George Pickens is probably. But man, like we are just kind of saying like Joey Porter Jr., we're looking at you and just big truz. You know what I'm saying? George Pickens, we're looking at him and just big truz. Our wide receiver room is good enough because we got him. Our defensive backs are good because we got Joey Porter Jr., man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just is what it is. That's how we've looked at it. Looking at the defensive line, of course, big Cam Hayward, he's back. Keanu Benton. Someone here who's listed, DeMarvin Leal. He like moved to outside linebacker like in the preseason. I'm not sure if that's real or not. I know it's real, but I don't know how they're going about it. He's on the defensive line on here, but I'm not sure, you know, how that's actually going to play out. But like they're trying him at outside linebacker, which is cool. When we look at our outside linebackers, we got Nick, we got Alex, we got TJ, we got Mark Robinson. Mark Robinson is an inside linebacker, but we got Nick, Alex, and TJ, and then DeMarvin Leal probably steps in as well. To me, that's the best in the league, low-key. Honestly, like, I've joked, okay, top 5 offensive line, we probably don't have that. Best running backs in the league, we probably don't have that. Wide receivers, obviously not. Tight end, probably not. Offensive line, I already said that, no. But outside linebackers, man, we definitely got the best outside linebackers in the game. Like, no lie, like 1 out of 1, 1 out of 32, we got the best outside linebackers in the game for sure. Like, that is something we can get off as Steelers fans. So, you know, shout out to them. Really, I mean, what else? Bill Burr made the team. Chris Boswell, you know, big Boswell jersey in the back. Our second longest tenured player. They make this. They make the team again. Christian Kuntz, he's also our long snapper still. So it's good to see like the same players coming back. I've talked about this a bunch, but you know, at this age, I've seen so many Steelers come and go that when you play on the team for multiple seasons, you know, it's like a cool thing to me, man. Like I fuck with Christian Kuntz. You know what I'm saying? But now. Geez, Louise, that was like a flashbang. I'm on Steelers Depot now because this is the players who were cut. So players like Dejon Edwards got cut a little bit ago. Quez Watkins got cut. Marquise Spencer, that's sad because his last name is Spencer. Matthew Wright, this guy has been on the Steelers for 100 times, and I don't know, he just can't beat Boswell better, man. You know what I'm saying? Boswell just clears him every time. And then if we go down here, you can see John Reese Plumlee, as I talked about, Aaron Champlin. He's someone who played a lot in the preseason. I feel like Aaron did. But yeah, we let Michael P. Ryan got cut. Jonathan Ward got cut. Rodney Williams, who I feel like played well on special teams last season, got cut. That's interesting. Ryan Watts, someone who got hurt. He was probably going to be a big part of the team, or at least make the team. You know what I'm saying? He got hurt, so he's on IR. And then Cameron Sutton, for example, he's like on some kind of suspension list too. And then Cole Holcomb is somebody who's on the reserve list. And so once these guys come back, I'm pretty sure we have to do something about, like, we have to send somebody to the practice squad. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure how it works. But these are guys who are like still on the team right here. Like Ryan Watts and Cole Holcomb, they didn't get cut. They're just, you know, not on the initial one because of injuries and whatnot. So, you know, that is what it is. But honestly, like, just like I said, I don't think there was many surprises at it. It's just when now you see the names listed out and all the potential in the world is there. It's just like, damn, bro, these wide receivers, man. I hate to be a casual. I hate to be that guy. I hate to keep repeating the same takes over and over and over again. But it is true. Like, if we're gonna be this winning team, let's go be this winning team and make a move, man. Like, you don't just win being stagnant. You know what I'm saying? You don't just finally get a playoff win after. Really, I mean, I don't want to say we didn't improve because we definitely did improve at quarterback. Maybe on defense and on the O-line, I think we improved. Like, we definitely improved in areas, but it's just, and, you know, coaching as well, maybe. We definitely improved in areas, but like we just, like, once again, we have this glaring thing. And Roman Wilson getting hurt really does not help this narrative at all, because if he was someone who played in the preseason, he could be someone I really look to and like am saying like, yo, we got him. And it's not that I don't trust him. It's not that like I don't believe in him. It's just I haven't seen it. You know, I haven't seen him play it out. I haven't seen it play out yet. And we just had Deontay Johnson. You know what I mean? Like that was someone who we lost who is probably gonna like be an impact to us. You know, like I think people are kind of just underselling how important he was of a player for us, and like we got to kind of patch that up here quick. You know, and you know maybe we will. The jury still remains out on all of that, but yeah. I think that is going to do it for me for this video. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to talk about my initial thoughts of the 53-man roster. TJ Watt ended up making the team. Big surprise there. You know, shout out to TJ Watt. Somehow, some way, he was like the last player available. You know, Peyton Wilson made the team. Big Patrick Queen. Tyler Matikovic, he made the team. Welcome back to him. But yeah, any surprises on here, let me know down in the comments. Anybody who got cut that you like weren't feeling getting cut, let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl this year regardless. So even if we don't trade for a wide receiver, it is what it is. But yeah, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers. Once again, shout out to the late night audience. I was probably going to get up by, I'm going to say 12:15 a.m. No way. I'm going to say like 12:25 probably it'll get up. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.